Hello and welcome to another episode of The Eagle, where we inform, educate and sensitize you on every aspect of economic and financial crimes and promote transparency, accountability and good governance. Today we are focusing on Nigeria's premier anti-graft agency, the Economic and Financial Crimes EFCC, and the intricacies and challenges of the work, how it's being perceived by the public as opposed to the reality in place. You would agree with me that in a country like ours, corruption has become virtually endemic. The need for persistent, intensive, and concerted efforts at eradicating it remains a Herculean task. That is where the EFCC comes in. In its over 2 decades of operations and its successes and downturns as the foremost anti-corruption agency in the country, how do Nigerians perceive the Commission? Is it an effective guardian of the public trust, and what is the actual reality on ground? Answers to this and more coming your way shortly. My name is Aisha Muhammad. With me on the program is
it's Abbas Abubakar Umar. It's glad being with you once again on the program. The Executive Chairman of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, Ola Olukoide, has reaffirmed the commitment of the anti-corruption agency to strengthen its collaboration with law enforcement agencies in order to stimulate the economy. Olukoide disclosed this in Abeokuta, Ogun State at the opening ceremony of the 5th edition of the Nigeria Police Annual Conference and Retreat for Senior Officers. Here are the details of the engagement.
Olukoede said the theme of the conference, improving Nigerians' internal security and economic prosperity through inclusive policing, aligns with the vision and mission of the EFCC, stressing that stimulating the economy of Nigeria is something that the EFCC takes very seriously, and he assured the police of the Commission's solid support and commitment to the shared mandate. While commending the Inspector General of Police, IGP Kayode Egbetokun, for conveying the conference with such a striking theme, he noted that the police laid a solid foundation for the EFCC. He further noted that most specialized law enforcement agencies in Nigeria came from the Nigerian police. The EFCC boss reaffirmed the resolve of the EFCC to continue to collaborate and synergize with the Nigerian police in the area of prevention and investigation of financial crimes. Continuing, Olukoede pointed out that the EFCC has identified itself with the very serious mandate of the recovery of process of crime.
For us in the EFCC, we have decided to continue to collaborate and synergize with the Nigerian police in the area of prevention of financial crimes, investigation where one has taken place, and prosecution. Particularly, we have identified ourselves with the very serious mandate of recovery of process of crime. Stimulating the economy is something that we take very seriously as part of the theme of this conference. And that's why I made my way here to identify this conference.
Dignitaries at the event included Vice President Kashim Shatima, the Ogun State Governor, Dapo Abiodun, members of the National Assembly, ministers, service chiefs, top government officials, industry leaders, and other key stakeholders. Amina Kawa reporting for the Eagle.
As a gesture of its commitment to tackling economic and financial crimes and offering restitution to victims of fraudulent practices as well as restoring confidence in the minds of Nigerians, foreign partners, the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission EFCC has handed over a total sum of 132,362 United States dollars 40 cents and also 78,566,324 naira 81 kobo to American, Spanish and Swiss victims of local fraudsters. The handover ceremony, which was performed by the executive chairman of the EFCC, Ola Olukoide, took place at the EFCC corporate headquarters in Jabi, Abuja. Mardia Umar has the details.
A delighted Olukoyede observed that the event is a demonstration of the commitment of the federal government of Nigeria and that of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to the fight against corruption and financial crimes, stressing that it is a commitment to good governance, to stimulating the economy, and a commitment to prove to the entire world that Nigeria is not a safe haven for financial crimes, adding that it is a commitment to international cooperation and international synergy in the fight against financial crimes, which has become a global crime. Speaking further, the EFCC chairman stated that this was a sign that the federal government of Nigeria, through the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission (EFCC), is ready to do everything possible to prevent financial crimes from being perpetrated in the system. And when one has taken place, the EFCC will investigate where assets are involved to trace, to recover, and, when necessary, prosecute.
On behalf of the entire staff and management of EFCC, I'd like to welcome you. By the way, on behalf of Nigerian government, I welcome you also. Our being here this morning is a demonstration of the commitment of the federal government of Nigeria and also President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to the fight against corruption and financial crimes. A commitment to good governance, a commitment to stimulating the economy, and a commitment to prove to the entire world that Nigeria is not a safe haven for financial crimes. A commitment to international cooperation and international synergy when it comes to the fight against financial crimes, which you all agree with me has become a global crime.
Handed over in addition to money are vehicles and real estate to citizens of Spain, United States of America, and Switzerland. Acting Ambassador of Spain to Nigeria, Maria Velasco, received the sum of $1,300 and evidence of 30 million naira already transferred to the Embassy of Spain in Nigeria for onward transmission to a victim, Maria del Rosario Juan Jose.
On behalf of the entire management, I present to you this morning about $1,300 cash, 30 million naira, which has been transferred to our account on behalf of for restitution to one of your citizens named Maria del Rosario Sanchez. So please find attached a copy of all the assets involved and also the copy that you are going to acknowledge. So on behalf of the federal government of Nigeria, we present this to you. Thank you very much. We are pleased to inform you of our decision to hand over $100,000, $11.43 to your embassy for onward transmission to the victim of the crime, named Chantai Helen Mayer. So you find attached a counterpart copy of the documents for execution. Thank you very much.
Thank you for
Thank you, sir. Thank you. All right. For the United States of America, there are so many here, so we're ready to stand for a while. Thank you. Firstly, we are pleased to inform you of our decision to hand over $7,344, another $7,963,433 naira, and Bitcoin cryptocurrency valued $4,470 to the United States Embassy in Nigeria for onward transmission to the victim of the crime, Maria Jesus Broker. Thank you very much. That's the first one, yes. More is coming. Now, we are also pleased to inform you of our decision to hand over $11,710 to the United States Embassy in Nigeria for onward transmission to the victim of the crime, Cheryl Williams. Thank you very much. We are also pleased to inform you of our decision to hand over $7,500 $527 to the United States Embassy in Nigeria for all transmission to the victim of the crime, Michael Smith. It's Smith, your brother. Okay. Also, we are pleased to inform you as well of our decision to hand over 32,639,358 naira 11 kobo to the United States Embassy in Nigeria for onward transmission to the victim of the crime, Mava Maro. We are also pleased to inform you of our decision to hand over vehicles this time around, vehicles, real estate, and as well money. A Mercedes-Benz E550 Formatic, another Mercedes-Benz C450 AMG, and one residential bungalow located at 1719 Seaman Street, Megero, Kaduna State, to the United States Embassy in Nigeria for onward transmission to the victim of the crime perpetrated against the victim. Thank you very much.
In her remarks, Her Excellency Velasco expressed gratitude, adding that the gesture was a sign of the collaboration between Nigeria and Spain values the collaboration. On his part, Smith said as the FBI legal attaché and the representative of the U.S. government, he appreciates what the EFCC did in recovering and restitution of assets to its victims, as such will give the victims complete closure and it allows them to feel whole again. On behalf of the government of Switzerland, Gil thanked the government of Nigeria and the EFCC for the recovery and restitution. He stated that the restitution of money obtained from a Swiss citizen demonstrates the effectiveness, but also the integrity, professionalism, courage, and collaboration that occur between Nigeria and Switzerland, stressing that this is an exemplary collaboration and work in making the digital world safer and better regulated. The Permanent Secretary, Foreign Affairs Ministry, Umar Ahmed, thanked Olukoyede for his efforts in the anti-corruption fight and conveyed the felicitation of the Honourable Minister for Foreign Affairs, Yusuf Tuga, and the ministry to the EFCC and the Nigerian government. According to him, the recovery and restitution is really an unprecedented development, and one cannot believe the impact that this development will have on the mandate of the ministry, as it enhances the credibility of Nigeria in the international scene and also go a long way in restoring investment.
Part of our mandate is to, work towards facilitating, foreign direct investment into the country. This particular gesture is really going to go a long way in making our work much easier, because now it will restore investor confidence in this country, and the ministry is one with you in pursuing this mandate, and we want to thank you for this initiative. And I believe it shows demonstrates the support of our President Bola Ahmed Tinubu in fighting corruption and also in supporting and also strengthening this organization in carrying out its mandate.
Ahmed further stated that the ministry identifies with EFCC in the pursuit of their mandate and the initiative, saying it demonstrates the support of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu in the fight against corruption and also in strengthening the EFCC in carrying out its statutory duties.
We commend the EFCC for their tireless efforts in pursuing those who have looted people's resources. Their dedication to the cause is inspiring, and their success is a beacon of hope for a better future.
I totally agree with you on this, Abbas, as this achievement is not only a victory for the agency, but also for the Nigerian people who are at the receiving end of international embarrassment at different airports across the globe, and the victims who have been affected by the scourge of corruption. This shows that given the right support, our institutions could work, and that those who engage in corrupt practices will be held accountable. Welcome to the interview segment. As Nigeria's premier anti-graft agency, the EFCC plays a critical role in combating corruption and promoting transparency. But how do Nigerians really perceive the EFCC? How effective has it been? What are the challenges and what does the future hold for the Commission? Let's go to Miracle Chukwu Aguziem and our guest who will be doing justice to this topic. Over to you, Miracle.
The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, established over 2 decades ago, is recognized as the leading anti-graft agency in Nigeria, having investigated, prosecuted, and secured numerous convictions of politically exposed persons, chief executives of corporate organizations, among other individuals that indulges in economic and financial crimes and corruption. In addition, EFCC has also over the years carried out rigorous enlightenment and sensitization programs to educate the public on the ills of corruption. But the big question is, how do Nigerians really see the EFCC? Is it a fearless watchdog or just another government agency? Are public perception aligned with the real work being done on the ground? In our today's interview segment, I have as guest Deputy Commander of EFCC, Dele Oyewale, the spokesperson of the Commission, also the head Media and Publicity Unit of the Public Affairs Directorate, to answer these and other questions. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me on the program.
You're welcome. The topic of discussion is people's perception of EFCC and the reality on ground. So who are the people in the context of our topic today?
Yeah, the people that we are talking about refers to a diverse set of people in the micro and in the macro context. Of course, when you talk about people, you might just be talking about the ordinary market woman or market man, and as well you might also be talking about the creamy de la creamy in the society, the people who are lighted, the people who are intelligent, the diverse public that we are serving, intellectuals, non-intellectuals. We are talking about trade group professionals. We are talking about the common man on the street. We are talking about journalists. We are talking about civil servants. We are talking about religious or faith groups. We are talking about diverse public that are bearing with the anti-corruption fight.
So what is perception, and can perception, especially in anti-corruption fight, be fully reliable?
No, we need to understand the meaning of perception first. Perception has to do with interpretation. It has to do with unverified information. It has to do with opinions that are not empirical, that are not scientific, that are not broad-based. Opinions that are not derived from sufficient information. And of course, when you talk about some kind of opinion, there is no way they can be entirely factual. You know, when you derive an opinion from what is operating within the ambit of your knowledge,
Yes.
you know, you are not likely to have broad-based, fully integrated information that will fully justify the position that you are taking.
What in your assessment has been the public perception of EFCC over the years?
The public perception of EFCC over the years has been largely unverified and not fully broad-based, because there are information that are not available to the public. For example, there is widely held belief that EFCC is selective in its operation, that it is just a certain set of people that EFCC is interested in.
Yes.
EFCC is always going after Yahoo boys, internet fraudsters, all the people that are stealing the money. You don't see EFCC touching them. You find out that some kind of perception is narrow and it is not broad-based. For example, there are so many high-profile cases that the Commission is handling at different levels of our courts. And the people that are involved, they are people from all walks of life. The people that we regard as high-profile people, those that are not so high profile. You know, you will need to get to the nitty-gritty of what the commission is doing for you to be able to form a correct opinion about what the commission is doing.
Does the perception align with the actual, reality on ground? Is it factual?
Oh, no. Most times, all of these perceptions, they are at variance with what we are doing. For example, let me give you another perception of the public concerning the EFCC. You know, it is widely believed that the EFCC is an attack dog, of the ruling government. Many people believe that EFCC is only after people that are in the opposition party.
Yes.
It is not true. For example, the commission have had cause to investigate and to arraign and to even go into trial against people that belong even to the ruling party. Like Yaya Bello, for example.
He's a member of the APC.
That's a chieftain of the APC.
Yes.
And is a formidable member of that party. And the commission asked us, to go into trial against him. And the trial is going on to where? There are many other people that the commission is investigating that may not be open to the larger public. Because we don't talk except there is need to talk. And we don't make all our investigation, don't bring them to the public domain, except we have cause to do it. So it is not right for anybody to conclude with authoritative finality that, the FCC is like this. You might just be wrong, because it is just a perception. There's also the perception that even that money, all the money that they are recovering, they are relooting it. They are stealing the money.
Yes.
Well, the money that they collect from this one, they collect from that one. We don't even know where the money is going. The money is going into the consolidated revenue account of the government. EFCC recovers to remit into the appropriate recovery account. We don't recover to reloot.
Yes.
We recover to remit into the requisite account of the government.
But before I let you go, what are your word of advice or your parting words to those listening or watching us?
I think Nigerians should realize the fact that the EFCC is one of the strongest strengths that we have in driving our economy. All of the issues of leakages in the economy, every fraudulent practice, every financial infraction in an economy is a leakage. And where there are leakages, there can be no balanced development. So when we fight economic crime, what we are saying is that we want a robust and vibrant economy where employment, social welfare, infrastructures, good life expectancy, and all of those things will be available. So it is in the interest of every Nigerian to come on board and collaborate with the EFCC to fight economic and financial crimes, because all of the effects of corruption, they are all over us. All of us, we are suffering it, and all of us must also come together, to confront the problem of economic and financial crimes.
My name is Miracle Chukwagoziem. Back to the studio for the rest of the program.
Aisha, as seen, perception of the EFCC vary. While some view the agency as a powerful tool in the fight against corruption, others question its effectiveness and fairness.
True, Abbas. But as we reflect on the insights shared by our guests, it's clear that the EFCC faces significant challenges in its mission to combat corrupt practices, despite significant strides in recovering stolen funds and bringing corrupt officials to justice.
Exactly, and this is the reason we must all support and appreciate the EFCC, even while giving our constructive criticism.
And that's how we draw the curtains on this week's episode of The Eagle. Until we come your way again, keep sending in your messages, inquiries, and suggestions to info@efcc.gov.ng. You can also call us on 0809 3322644.
Don't forget to use the EFCC mobile eye app, the Eagle Eye, to report any fraud you see happening around you. Just download the app, follow the steps, and report fraud on the go, and can also take pictures of corrupt practices and upload. Also, remember to join us every Wednesday evening at 6 p.m. on our web-based town hall meeting called EFCC Connect, where we answer your questions and note your observations of the anti-corruption fight in order to serve you better. And listen to EFCC Radio 97.3 FM, the voices against economic and financial crimes. I am Abbas Abubakar Umar.
And I am Aisha Muhammad. As we move forward, it's essential that we continue to hold the EFCC accountable for its action while also acknowledging the complexity of its mandate. By doing so, we can work together towards a Nigeria where corruption is no longer tolerated and the rule of law reigns supreme. Goodbye. God bless Nigeria. Please do stay safe, be kind to yourself and to others around you, and do enjoy the rest of the week.